Folks, welcome to Swing Trading Today. This is Bob Desmond, and it is 5:02. Sorry, I'm a little bit late this morning. 5:02 Eastern Standard Time. The 19th of March. Okay, so we're going to be doing things a little bit differently for the next several trading days. And while we go through this time frame, this Orwellian time frame of people trying to survive this crazy market environment, I'm going to be doing swing trading today at a minimum 5 days a week. Normally, I'm only doing it 3 days a week, but a minimum 5 days a week, and perhaps even on the weekends. And I will be doing some chart requests for non-members. I do it for members, but I'll do it as well for non-members. But I would have to ask that you support the channel because there's going to be a lot of requests coming through, and I need to I need to use capitalism in my favor. I'll also be working for a ridiculous amount of time for no compensation, and it's not fair to my members. They pay me to provide a service, and I need to be there for them to follow through on what they've signed up for. And I'm not asking people to go to sign up for a monthly fee. Just simply use the Top Chat feature, I think it is, on YouTube, and we'll just use Top Chat, and we'll get through this. So I may even go live on the weekends. So if you're not currently subscribed to our opt-in email list, there's a link on any link on our website. We'll have an email list where you can enter your email address. We hate spam too, and you'll be notified in advance, at least on the weekends, of when we go live. And 15 minutes prior to on Thursday night, we're going to be doing Thursday night stock charts live tonight as well. So in short, if you're not a member, you want me to review your charts, cool, I'll do it for you. Just simply use the Top Chat feature on YouTube, and for members, just enter symbols on the ticker cloud in the members area, and I'll be checking in there, and we will get to those symbols for you. And you do not use the Top Chat Pay. Members do not use the Top Chat Pay. You're already paying for a monthly service. I'm not double dipping here. All right, let's get to the charts this morning. Finally, we wake up, and we do not have a limit down or a limit up. I thought we were going to wake up to a limit down because I was checking the charts periodically throughout the night on my phone, and we were down significantly, as you can see, overnight. Yet in the past couple of hours, we've rallied back. Big rally back. This is an outside reversal bar. So I'm going to take my crayon out, and I'm going to connect the dots here. And folks, it's a little bit early. I haven't gotten much sleep. Tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday night stock charts live. Okay, I said it. So what I will be looking for is perhaps, and I don't think that this is a bottom, folks, is perhaps a short-term bottom in this market. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change this to a yellow as a tripwire. We're being very, very deliberate here. I'm not a believer of markets putting in a bottom when the futures are up or only slightly down. That's not a bottom to me. A bottom to me is when you wake up, bright red futures down as it was a couple of hours ago, over 3% overnight, and then all of a sudden you flash a bullish reversal bar in the afternoon of that trading day or the morning of that trading day, and you close up on the day. That is a signal that we have put in a short-term bottom. This is not indicative of it. Overnight we did test some support levels. We hit a low overnight of 22.75. Very good support there. Hedgeye, McCullough, they have that as their price target. We'll validate whether or not I agree with that, but he's very, very good. I think his first name is Mike. I hate getting people's names wrong. So we're beginning to see signs of a temporary bottom here. We did the same back here, but that ultimately failed. So bear markets are riddled with those that believe that they've seen a bottom, and we have not. And Kat, good morning. Good morning. We have not capitulated. It's more painful. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that we've seen the capitulation necessary to satisfy the technical analysis gods. I mean, you'll know a bottom. And I remember the Mark Haynes bottom, for those who remember Mark Haynes from CNBC many years ago, when I'll never forget it. He called the bottom on the bottom for the financial crisis. And he was very flippant about it, very matter of fact. I think this is a bottom. Anyway, rest in peace, Mark Haynes. He's no longer with us. Okay, so good reversal bar. S&P is looking interesting. We're vacillating between negative and positive. Were to hazard a guess, I think that we will probably hold this support level into, absent news, of course. We'll hold into the open. We'll rally. That rally will probably ultimately get sold into. Now, the U.S. dollar is creating a major problem for the central banks, or the U.S. central bank anyway. You have people that are dying for dollars, people flooding into money market accounts. They are leaving bonds, they're leaving equities, they're leaving whatever they can leave, and there's a flight into the U.S. dollar. And that will not bode well for exports when we do begin making things here again in the United States. Now, ultimately, the froth will come off the U.S. dollar, but you're going to see more overt efforts on the part of central banks to knock down their currency. There's going to be a currency war like you've never seen before. You've already seen in the United States with the ridiculous amount of spending that they're doing, and they will continue to do in an effort to try to dilute the dollar. But this is what you get when you're the world's reserve currency. So have we seen a top here? I don't know. I don't think so. Not quite yet. So the dollar is like a fear gauge at current. It's like the VIX in a way. So at current, the trend is still very, very strong on both a daily and a weekly basis. Now, to that end, one would think that gold would be taking it on the chin, and it is not. Gold is up. It was higher, but we are breaking out of a descending wedge formation. We have broken out. We're pulling back. We're doing a retest at current of what was resistance, is now trying to act as support. Now, what is good morning, Richard. Good morning, Sam. What is very interesting to us here at the Contrarian Trader is that there are opportunities out there, folks. The key right now is to stay solvent. That's the trick. It's very, very difficult to do during a time like this. Where do you put your money? Stick in cash right now. Or take a look at what's not going down. Gold is going down much less than equities and has a lot of upside potential. What else is doing very well now? Silver. I mentioned this yesterday. Silver, relative to the price of gold, is at its cheapest level in all of recorded history. I'm going to go to a chart of the gold-silver index or gold-silver ratio in a moment. As a matter of fact, let's bring it up now. This is let's go to all data going back to late 2007 into 98 to present day. So this shows you the ratio, the number of ounces that it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold in silver. It's ridiculous. It's never been this high. And the reason why you're seeing it so high right now is because silver is used for industrial purposes. So it's being sold off with other industrial metals in this sell-off. But don't forget, it has monetary value as well. And when you take a look at it on an hourly chart, you're seeing topping action here. It's hard to see it. Let me see if I can detach this. There we go. You can see the wicks on top of these candlesticks. We have an inside bar at current. This is a daily chart. Let's go to a 1 hour chart. We have an inside bar at current. But the trend is still clearly to the upside, but this is unsustainable. So if you're looking for opportunities out there, there's certainly opportunities to be had. And one of them, I would argue, is silver, and we have been doing something about it here. Now, taking a quick look, and I'll revisit this tonight as well. This is the gold VIX. We are at highs. Let's see how far back we can go here. We are at highs not seen. We don't have that much data here. We're at all-time highs on the gold VIX. Does that mean there's not more downside? No, there certainly is. But what the chart is telling you is that this is unsustainable. Here, the financial crisis is not on here. I wish it were. We are trading up and into a 5 standard deviation Bollinger Band. At some point in time, we're going to get one heck of a rally in gold. And going back to the pre-market activity, 4-hour basis, you're seeing silver breakout, gold, to recap, breaking out as well. Does it hold? Not quite sure, but it's certainly looking pretty darn good. Keep in mind, folks, everything that's being done by the central banks at current are gold, silver, bullish, longer term. If I were out there and I didn't know what I would know, and I certainly wouldn't be looking at semiconductor stocks as value or tech stocks as value. That trade is dead. This is not the environment for that trade. We're going to be looking for utilities soon. That's going to be a go-to investment. The XLU is yielding nearly 4% at current. Now, granted, it'll trade with a bias to the rest of the market, but take a look at this chart here. This is the XLU. Four-hour basis, granted, very short term. We have broken out on a 4-hour basis. Here is our rising lower band of support. Remember, yields, although they've spiked, the reason why yields have spiked while bonds have sold off is because of volatility in the bond market. Yields are still historically low, and the Federal Reserve is going to make sure they stay historically low. So you're going to see a chase for yield at some point in time when these money managers get their act together. And where you want to look are the utilities. I'm not saying you're going to have a lot of upside appreciation on the shares, but you'll have probably less downside. Not probably, usually, historically, less downside beta than the rest of the overall market, and you're getting paid to wait. So this will be an area that does well. What else is going to do well? At some point in time, you're going to see a bid come in under oil. I'm not saying that we can't see the teens on a price per barrel of oil. I wouldn't be looking to buy. I just bastardized the English language. I would not be looking at current to add oil to my portfolio. I think there's more downside here. So while I'm talking about it as an opportunity at some point in time in the future, now is not the time. And that goes for the rest of the energy sector. All right, let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin catching a bid. And one of the reasons why, besides liquidity, why Bitcoin is sold off is that the analysis that we've done shows that Bitcoin rallies during times of inflation. And we are seeing a period at current of deflation. I'll take a look at that, Sam. We have inflation that is just around the corner, and I don't think that many people are paying attention to it. Granted, we are seeing a steep bout of deflation, but let's face it, folks, while people may, the jobs numbers, the jobless claims today are going to be horrible. They're going to be a lot worse next week. And the problem is that you're seeing a lot of demand for goods at current, especially staples. I mean, take a look at the chart of, this has got to be the chart of the week. Here's a chart of That's no good. Kellogg. Is Kellogg the new Netflix or Tesla? Certainly looks that way. We were only down slightly yesterday relative to the overall market. And this is because of demand. They're selling a lot of darn cereal. So on the week, you have Kellogg's, which is up 8.33% on the week, despite the fact that the S&P 500 is down nearly 11%. That's a huge spread. You could drive a truck through that spread. Now, I'll pose the question to the audience. Will Kellogg's be cutting prices or raising prices? Think about it. All right, so back to Bitcoin. Inflation is on the way. There will be opportunities here to nibble on Bitcoin. I would stay very, very small with Bitcoin. At some point in time, when the dollar goes into a free fall, there's going to be a war on. There's always been a war on gold using paper gold, but there's going to be a war on Bitcoin as well as people flee to cryptocurrencies. Agreed, RL. Let's check out. I didn't forget about you, Sam. I'm curious about your inquiry. Copper, 4-hour basis, an inside bar here. So are we seeing a bottom on some of the industrial metals? Maybe. And we'll be looking a lot further at some food commodities. I'll go to them in a moment. But metals like palladium, basing here. Would I buy? No, it's way too much. Way too much exposure as an industrial metal. I would rather silver and gold. Platinum. Flirting with a bottom here, short-term bottom. I'm using that phrase a little bit too flippantly this morning. Finding support, I should say. All right, so we are in a triangle formation. We can break either way. We're up this morning about 1.33%. Treasuries, 10-year. Hammered over the head yesterday. This morning up slightly. Here is the TLT drifting up higher. We had a reversal bar on a 4-hour basis yesterday afternoon. Let's see whether or not if we get a follow through to the upside today. Very, very bearish price action on bond prices. Emerging markets will be looking pretty good fairly soon. They're down this morning. Once you begin to see the dollar weaken up, you'll probably begin to see money move into emerging markets. And the reason why you're not at current is because, A, people are selling what they could sell, liquidity. Also, the debt of emerging markets is denominated in U.S. dollars. So as the U.S. dollar strengthens here, It makes it more difficult for them to repay their debt. Once the dollar begins to weaken, then you'll see money rotate into emerging markets, but not currently. Food prices, soybeans, up a percentage point. Let's check out. Where's wheat? Good. Wheat. All right, so wheat beginning to catch a bid. Remember that chart of Kellogg, folks. Here's corn. Corn beginning to catch a bid. We're watching a chart called Cal-Maine Foods, I believe. They pulled back yesterday, but they had a heck of an early part of the week. And this is an egg company. So you're beginning to see a little bit of pressure on food prices. Remember that prior to inflation, you need deflation. And it's like a V shape. Once inflation hits, it takes hold quickly. Oats. And as you begin to see strength in these charts here, gold and silver, those who have been selling it and who have been dissing it, or them, they're going to have a come to Jesus moment really quick. So in short here, folks, we're seeing opportunities that are out there. They're beginning to present themselves. Would I go all in on this market after this ruthless sell-off? No way. No way. Yeah, protein, you're still not seeing. This is cattle. You're still seeing a lot of pressure here. All right, so Sam brought up oil. Sam, what's going on over in Italy? Are things getting better, worse? What's the vibe over there? Sam, you were talking about a chart of oil looking for a triangle formation on what time frame again? Weekly or monthly? Definitely not seeing it on a... Sorry to hear that, Sam. I'm not seeing a triangle formation on a weekly. I'll take a look at it on a monthly. You could argue that we had one, but we've broken that support line. There it was. I mean, we've broken that triangle formation. So no, I'm not seeing a. Okay, I'm curious. I'm not seeing it at current. All right. Let's go back, take a look at the futures for a second. It's so great to see the S&Ps are open. So strange to say. Beginning to pull back again. It's so volatile. We're down 1%. All right. All right, folks. Remember that tonight we're going to do Thursday night stock charts live. And as I mentioned at the beginning of if you just checked in the middle, for those that I'm going to have a lot of requests to do chart requests, and I want to be there for everybody and do them. I'm not looking for people to sign up to become a member, but it's in all fairness to my current members, I need to dedicate time to them. So I'm using the what do you call it on YouTube? Show you support for the Contrarian Trader feature. I think they call it Top Pay or Top Chat, whatever it is. And I'll do the, I don't have a price, whatever it is you throw in there. I'll use capitalism to make the decision of what symbols I go for. And we'll go over the symbols that you're looking at, because I want to be there for people during this time of great duress. There are going to be opportunities out there. Get a second opinion. And tonight we'll go over the charts and see how we closed out the day. And everybody have a profitable trading day. And I will talk to you this evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be well.